All summer long you've been pestering Dave with questions. When's the next ADEBOLA bloke video? Why haven't you answered my questions? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Oh, well, finally he's succumbed to the pressure and we're going to complete this video. We started filming actually way in the summer and we're just going to continue with some of your questions. Dominic Chapman says, what's the best album of all time? When Disaster Strikes by Busta Rhymes. Zachariah Francis, what's your favourite inner city area of Birmingham? There's a few actually. I love Handsworth, Newtown, Winson Green for sure, Ladywood. Got a slight liking for Balsall Heath, and I suppose a mild respect for Small Heath and Bordsley Green because of the proximity to the ground. Besides that, there's not much else really. Ali Asgar says, what's your favourite NFL team? There you go, Green Bay Packers. Lewis 99, will Blues get 6 points from Villa? No, we'll get 2 points, it'll just be 2 draws. Maybe we'll win away, bit of a surprise, we definitely won't win at home. See this over here, Dave? We came here before it was closed, it's still closed now. Absolutely ridiculous, where's the money gone? And what are the council doing? Vote Trump. Callum says, double decker or toffee crisp? Toffee crisp all the way. Don't like double deckers, but I love toffee crisp. Another one off the Instagrams. Villa UK, how long do you think Villa will stay in the Championship? What do you think they'll go down again? I think it'll just be like the Premiership years. They'll just flutter around the, you know, the sort of bottom 6 of the Championship for a good few years, but they won't actually go down. You know what I mean? Next question, Joe Beresford. Favourite Blues kit? There's been quite a few actually. The red auto windscreens third kit from 98-99 is a brilliant kit. I really like the black away kit we had when we first went up to the Premier League. The yellow kit from Chris Hughton's season was good. Yeah, there's been some very, very good ones. Lewis says, if you had hair, what style would you go for? We've been through this before. I haven't got hair, so don't ask stupid questions. Got a question here from James Arsenal FC, something or other. He says, is there anything about Arsenal that you don't hate? There are 3 things about Arsenal that I don't hate. First thing I don't hate about them is when they beat Villa in the cup final. Second thing is, I liked it when they won the league in '98 because it knocked Man United off their perch, and I like the way they did that. And the other thing is the shape of the stadium, but not the fans inside the stadium. I absolutely fucking hate. Also, just want to say as well, while we're in a sports shop, something I've seen a little bit in here is these retro football shirts coming out, and to me, all they do is they give these fucking cunts who support Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool an excuse to sort of try and make out that yeah, they did support them back in the 80s and 90s by owning one of them old kits. Danny Reg Jackson. Which club in East Anglia do you like or hate? I like Norwich, and I wouldn't say hate Ipswich, but just more sort of pity them more than anything else. And I've got no great feelings towards Southend, Colchester, Peterborough, Cambridge or Plymouth Argyle. Hamza says, do you still hate Watford? And I never did. I don't know why you're saying that for. Troy Deeney's one of my personal heroes. You know. Yeah, Watford are a good club. I really, really don't like Crystal Palace. I hate Southampton as well. Absolutely fucking hate like Blackburn, Bolton, Wigan. Oh, Wigan. Liverpool, hate them.
What do you think about Burnley?
No, can't stand them. Another small northern club who think they're hard because they're northern. Like Barnsley, Halifax, or, you know, Man City.
What about Man City? Have they let you down lately?
They've massively let me down. I used to really rate Man City when Man United were at their most obnoxious. They're nothing now compared to what they used to be. But say like in the sort of mid to late 90s, when Man United were completely hateable. I just used to like Man City. I used to just like that, the sort of realness of their fans, the loyalty they showed. the fact that they were a Manchester club and just seemed to be very good fans, and this continued for, I was very pleased to see them win the league in 2012, even though they bought the title, really, didn't they? But it was good to see it for the sake of the fans. But I don't know what's gone on with their atmosphere recently. Their home stadium, it's just like a home for tourists, isn't it? Like, they've become like Barcelona. Really hate Man City now.
Do you hate Barcelona?
Yeah, definitely.
Who's your favourite club in Spain?
I don't mind Bilbao. Atletico Madrid are all right, actually. In fact, a couple of Atletico Madrid fans actually got in touch with me, asking if I was able to come up with any catchy chants for them. The thing is, I think they meant in Spanish, but nonetheless, most people are aware, or most young people are aware of this particular song by Tiny Temper, and I've just put a bit of a different slant on it for them lot.
Go on.
You were someone I can't replace. You make my heart work. You make me stronger. Atletico, Atletico. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Atletico, Atletico. Scotty Boy, what are your opinions on Ipswich Town FC? I don't like you. Sam Ray Smith, what are your views on Castle Bromwich and its Blues to Villa ratio? I don't like Castle Bromwich as a place. I just find that whole way out of Birmingham, Saltley, Nechells, Washwood Heath, Ward End, Castle Bromwich, just a corridor of dross. Blues Villa ratio, probably say 70-30 in favour of us, because it's close enough to the north side to have a bit of Villa, but it is still mostly Blues, and you've got some real Blues strongholds nearby. But I don't really like the place. Tyre Monkey, is ADEBOLA bloke looking forward to going to sunny Burton? No, I'm not. Drew Asylum, what's the favourite match that you've attended? I'd have to say this is going to be 1999 Man City Gillingham playoff final. Absolutely incredible finish. Made their title win in 2012 look like a dull ending, honestly. Robbie Bunting, he says, what are the chances that the Ugandan national football team will qualify for the 2018 World Cup? What they've got to do is tighten up at the back a bit, because they're okay going forward. Unfortunately, the coach isn't too popular. One of the biggest problems actually they've got, of course, is disease, which isn't a joke. I hope for your sake, that Robbie, that they do make it, and good luck to you and your countrymen. Charles, what do you think of the Cop at Liverpool and the Cop at Blues? I like the Cop at Blues to look at. I think it looks good on camera, on TV. When the games are on TV, I like the way that the Cop looks when it's full. The Cop at Liverpool's terrible. I can't stand all this romanticism about it being just almost like, part of English heritage, that, Anfield, crazy European nights, the Cop. No. I've seen away fans in the Cop before, and it's all just that nonsense with flags. I mean, next minute they'll have a drummer or a megaphone or something like that. Fucking nonsense club from South Croydon or whatever they're called. James Edwards, are you a blue nose forever? Well, you never really predict the future. I mean, I'm open to all options, but I'd like to think so. No commitment anymore now, is there, with the fans? That's the problem. Ollie Johnson says, name a goalkeeper and a defender, etc., that you would realistically want us to sign. Petr Cech, Cannavaro, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Dele ADEBOLA. Just hungry, I've had food poisoning and I haven't eaten for days. Sanjeev Devi says, why do you get food poisoning so much? Traditionally it's been because I eat in nasty places that don't know how to flame and wash their hands.
Like Big Wok?
I like the Big Wok for sure.
It's next to you.
I think this is Jones. Where's your favourite place to go swimming? Not really into swimming that much. I do like a good swim. Harborne swimming baths used to be always very good. Heathtown Leisure Centre, Northfield swimming baths. 49's in.
Cartmill James says, where will Blues finish? We will finish 6th and actually get into the playoffs, and you know, in Jesus' name, we'll be promoted again.
Oliver Haig, why do you hate Forest so much?
I don't hate Forest. I don't know why people think I do. I respect them. Good traditional club, nice history. Don't think too much of themselves. Like a much nicer version of Villa.
Ollie Wareham, are you still on good terms with Sainsburys?
I am. I go to Sainsburys on a fairly regular basis.
You've been there today?
Oh, I have, yeah. I've got a lot of time for the Maypole Sainsburys, city centre Sainsburys.
And let's be clear, there's no reason why you wouldn't be on good terms with Sainsburys.
Exactly, they've never given me food poisoning. It's not like the Big Wok or Chinatown.
Ollie, again, how often do you shampoo your hair?
Oh, I don't do that.
What do you think about what happened to Big Sam in the England job?
That's a disgrace, that is. Absolute disgrace. The way they've treated Sam Allardyce there. Because, look, let's be honest, the problem we've got is that our national team have been shit for too long. We've been massively underachieving. I'm not saying we should be winning World Cups or anything like that, but we're just never ever realising our potential. And finally, we had a manager who was a bit no-nonsense, who was going to try and play at least the more sort of traditional English way, but with a slightly more skillful angle on it. And why have they got, you know, why did they even have to do this investigation? So what if he's a little bit corrupt? Everybody in football is.
Scotty Powell, 2011. I don't know if that was the year he was born.
Ooh.
But the question is, Carson Young or Randy Lerner?
Oh, I actually like Randy Lerner more, because at least I take pleasure in the fact that he's ruining Villa. So well done to him.
Jonathan Hunt, 16. If you could have any stadium in the world other than St Andrews, what would it be and why? That's a thoughtful question, that is.
Yeah. That's a very good one. There's lots of good stadiums I like.
What if you had to just narrow it down to 5?
So five other stadiums, yeah? I'd go with Lambeau Field, home of Green Bay Packers, definitely. I think the San Siro is an amazing stadium, and so nice that it's not got any sort of track, or at least space for a track around the outside. Brilliant stadium, that is. Ibrox. I like Ibrox. Regardless of my opinions on the club, Old Trafford. I do actually like the way it's shaped, and it does make for a good atmosphere. It's just a shame the people who actually go there don't. And I think there's one more, isn't there? Valencia Stadium. Good the way it's like stacked up, you know. Good that we've got to break health and safety law, that has, but you know.
Okay, so our next question is coming to us from, I think that says Jacob Lyons or something along those lines. Jacob something or other. He says, what do you think of chicken balti or Indian type food in general? I love Indian food, it's one of my absolute favourite. And I actually feel a little bit bad that I've not been eating as much of it lately as I normally do. Jack Forrest says, ADEBOLA bloke, was it right for Davo to defect from reigning champions Arden Griffins for this year's West Midlands Summer League? Will he have the McLeish effect on his new team? I'd say is that you don't know the real reasons why he did that anyway. There's always more to the story than meets the eye. Did Arden Griffins necessarily match Dave's ambitions? I don't know. You need to be talking to a certain Luke Hatfield if you want the real reason, okay?
Dave, it's not working. Another question here from Jacob, and he says opinions of West Brom and Tony Pulis. Now, Pulis, I can't stand him. Not only, he's one of those managers that always blames the referees, but he's also somebody who just looks like he can't crack a smile. I mean, have you ever seen Tony Pulis actually smile?
Yeah, these ones are alright, yeah. 1 or 2 olives as well, please. James Batten, what is your favourite away day in England? I still think it's got to be Wolves. It's a local derby. You can use your travel card to get up there. There's pretty much always like a decent, you know, atmosphere both in and out of the ground as well. So yeah, I'd go with Wolves.
What's your favourite memory at Wolves?
Absolutely epic game that we won in 2007, 3-2. Lee Bowier's brilliant goal, 1-0 win, and the FA Cup replay as well.
It's been like, he says, favourite and least favourite crisp, brand and flavour. You know those crinkle ones? If you get those in prawn cocktail, those are the nicest crisps you could possibly have. The worst ones, just anything Chinese. Years and years ago, if anybody's been following the videos, you'll know that I used to get food poisoning quite a lot from the Big Wok. Then I started to get funny stomachs every time I ate at a lot of different Chinese places. And then they started bringing out the food hygiene ratings, and I was watching documentaries and having a look and seeing that the absolute overwhelming majority of Chinese takeaways were getting ratings of 1 and 2. And I was even reading an article the other day where even a lot of people in China as well won't eat out for the same reason. Jack Haley. Who do you prefer, Hull City or Grimsby Town? Grimsby Town by a long, long way. I really, really can't stand Hull City at all. Absolute joke of a club.
Why?
It's just another tin pot northern outfit. Christian Paul, what do you look for in a woman? Loose morals and the ability to keep her mouth shut. Just jumping on the 61, one of my favourite buses actually.
Alright, the next question is Mitchell Stringer. How does my name sound like a porn star name? And that's obviously from the previous one. It just sounds like somebody who, and I don't take this the wrong way, Mitchell, but somebody who's, you know, he's packing quite well, but maybe don't know what to do with it. So, you know, you'll get girls based on it, but then he won't actually, you know, be much use with them. So, but, you know, fair play to you.
Alright, gotta be careful here. This is a question from It's Ben Like, and he says, go through the Championship's Yorkshire clubs and tell us what you think of them. Rotherham, hate. Sheffield Wednesday, I like. I have a lot of respect for them. Leeds, I like Leeds as well. And I don't like Barnsley. And Burnley, hate them. Any Burnley fans watching, you really are just a small town in Yorkshire. Do people in Burnley know how to use the internet anyway? So, Veronica Thompson. Veronique Thompson says, are you actually available for a drink? Not right now, I'm not. Luke Hatfield. Luke Hatfield says, do you think it's safe to go to either Villa Blues match this year? For you personally, I would stay away. Robbie Bunting, can you compose a song which is purely about the various Travel West Midlands bus numbers and their routes? It goes around, it goes the other way. That's the 11C and the 11A. All the other routes go into town, except for some that go between different areas. Birmingham City Midlands number 1 says, which football club have the best looking female supporters and which club have the worst? Alright, amongst the best. Look, I'm loyal, man. There's plenty of blue noses I'd shag. Wolves ain't bad. I've actually found Tottenham. And even though they may not be the best looking, I think any woman who goes to a Millwall game, yeah, that's the kind of woman you want. Worst looking ones, it's got to be Crystal Palace again. Sunderland are no good either.
What about Middlesbrough?
No, their women are alright actually, yeah. I like Middlesbrough women. Villa, it depends with Villa. Villa's female fans, they'll basically just never say no, which is, as a bloke, what you're looking for. But they're certainly not the kind of people you'd be bringing home to your parents or even your parole officer or your social worker or something, you know what I mean? Charlton Athletic, it's sort of like the level below Chav, you know what I mean? You've got your Chav, you've got your Jeremy Kyle women, you've got your Rednecks, and then your Charlton Athletic women. About right for their male supporters as well. You know what I'm talking about. Fucking society. I want to say thank you for all the questions that have come in. Apologies that this video has obviously been in parts, a little bit messy, but I hope you still appreciate the efforts, and the next one is going to be much better. So thank you to the fans, and we love you very much. Keep sending your questions. to Twitter, the Instagrams, and all other forms of social media